Hey, players that are in the game, stay on the floor. 33 now. Lose that one. Yeah, it came out. It was blank.
And for those just joining us here, looking for the JV basketball stream, we are currently in overtime with the freshman team against Solon, 54-51, 110 to go here in overtime. And hopefully soon we will be able to bring you the JV basketball stream. But again, we are currently in overtime between St. Edward freshmen and the Solon Comets freshmen. Ladies and gentlemen, the freshman game has just concluded, 59-51, the final score in overtime. Your St. Edward Eagles winning it over the Solon Comets. And we will be back in 15 minutes is when tip-off is set for this game, 15 minutes. So at 6:10, we will give you some JV basketball, and we will be back.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Not daddy.
Open that one. Is that level?
All right, right here it's level.
I mean, it looks the same, it's just higher. It looks exactly the same, just higher.
I'm on camera. Yeah, go get starters and pronunciation on that one. All right.
Gave you a nice ground level thing.
Well, here's the thing.
from Solon High School. We are getting set for some JV basketball action as your St. Edward Eagles get set to tangle with the Solon Comets. Hi again, everybody. Chris Mendoza here. Glad to have you along as we get set for JV basketball. And we are taking on the Comets out of Solon High School, the Comets out of the Greater Cleveland Conference. And we are just coming off a overtime thriller between the freshman Eagles and the Comets as St. Ed's came away with the 59-51 overtime win. And we are just under a minute away from starting this game. As let's go over the starters for both teams. First for the JV Eagles, Drew Yursich. Number 1, number 5, Nate Yursich. Number 11, Braylon Sullivan. Number 21, Marty McGlynn. And number 23, Luke Vislavsky. And for the Solon Comets JV squad, number 2, Ali. Number 3, Rose. Number 21, Visar. Number 23, Simmons. And number 32, Engelhart. Both teams in their huddle right now as we are just under 30 seconds away from starting this basketball game. Now taking the tip for both teams, it'll be number 23, Luke Vislavsky for St. Ed's, and number 32, Engelhart, taking the tip for Solon. St. Ed's will be going left to right on your screen. Solon will be going right to left. St. Ed's in their road green with the white numbers and gold trim. Solon in their home whites with the blue letters, as St. Ed's will win the opening tip-off. Nate Yursich with the ball up by midcourt. Gives it off to Luke. Nate Yursich with the ball once again. Gives it to Drew. Drew for 3. Can't get that to go. Rebound by Braylon Sullivan. Braylon gives it off to Nate. Now Nate, he's going to drive it in. Gives it to Drew, and Drew's going to get the easy 2. Quickly 2-0 St. Edward. Oh, and that's going to be stolen off the inbound. McGlynn with it. Stops, puts it up, gets it blocked, but gets it back. Now works it out to Braylon. Sullivan, he's going to go in, lay it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Solon. Oh, but stolen by Braylon. Oh, and that's going to be poked away, and Solon will get it back as Simmons with the ball, bringing it up and reset and setting this offense. Now Engelhart gives it back to Simmons. Simmons to Rose. Rose, he's going to drive in, stops, puts it up, got that one, and that's his first 2, and we are tied up at 2. Now St. Ed's back on the offensive attack. Braylon Sullivan gives it to Nate. He's going to give it to McGlynn. McGlynn driving in, stops, gets it over to Drew. Drew for 3. No, can't get that to go. Rebound, St. Ed's. McGlynn going to put that up. Foul called. 2 shots for the Eagles. Ali going to be called with the foul, his first of the game, and that'll send Marty McGlynn to the line for 2. McGlynn can't get the first one to go. 5:33 to go here in the first, tied at 2 from Solon High School. Marty McGlynn at the line for 2, his second attempt. Can't get that to go as that rolls out on the rim, and that is going to go towards the Comets. Now Visar, he's going to dish it out to Ali. Ali being double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it to Rosen, but that's going to go out of bounds as he overshot Rose, and that'll go back to St. Ed's. Now the Eagles bringing it up. Marty McGlynn with the ball. He's going to get the pick. Gives it over to Braylon. Braylon for 3. Can't get that one to go, and that'll be a rebound by Simmons. Simmons, he's going to bring that one up over the timeline, and that's going to set up the Comet offense. Rose with it. He's going to give it off to Ali. Ali looking to get something going for the Comets. Driving in, stops, gets it poked away, but it's given to Simmons. Simmons, he's going to get that stolen. There's a fight for the basketball in front of the bench. Out of bounds on Vassar right in front of us, and that'll go towards St. Ed's. McGlynn set to inbound it to Nate Yursich. Nate gives it off to Braylon. Braylon, he's going to drive in, gives it to Drew. Nothing, gives it back to Nate. Nate back to Drew. To Braylon. Braylon can't get a hold of that. Luke, oh! Luke Wisłowski went for the three, and that was just absolutely battered by Simmons. Man. Not much we could say on that one, as that was just absolutely just smacked away. Now Braylon Sullivan getting the inbound, gives it off to Drew. Drew going to drive in. He gets that stolen away from him. That's Simmons. Now Rose. Back to Simmons. Simmons to Rose. Rose thinks about the three. Can't get it. Puts it up, and Vassar will get his first 2 points of the game, and it is now 4-2 Solon. St. Ed's back on the offense. Gives it off to Nate Yursich. Nate Yursich with the 2 ball, and we are tied at 4 once again as Solon now get it poked away. That'll be Marty McGlynn putting it up and got it. His first 2, 6-4 now our score, 3:40 to go here in the first. Solon resetting their offense. Ali gives it off to Simmons. Simmons cross-court pass to Ali. Ali for 3, can't get that to go. Rebound by Wisłowski, and he's going to give that to McGlynn as this Eagles now back on offense. McGlynn with it. Driving in, stops, gives it off to Braylon. Braylon going to put up the layup, can't get that to go. But Wisłowski with the rebound, he's going to get that one, his first 2. And now it is 8-4 St. Ed's. There's going to be a foul called. On Drew Yursich, his first. Team's first. Now the Comets set to inbound on the far sideline. Ali with it. Gives it off to Simmons. Simmons up by the mid-court logo. Simmons gets it back, top of the arc, 3. Can't get that to go, rebounded. And that'll go towards the Solon Comets as there was a fight for the basketball under the rim. But it was last touched by an Eagle defender. Substitutions, Rose coming out of the game for the Comets. Now Vassar driving in, stops, puts it up, can't get that to go. Rebounded by Nate Yursich. Oh, and that's going to be poked away, but there is going to be a foul called. Kurzawa being called with the foul. That's his first of the game, and the Eagles will get the ball. Drew Yursich with the ball, working it up, gives it over to Braylon. Braylon back to Drew. Setting up the Eagle offense, gives it back to Sullivan. Sullivan, he's going to drive in, laying it up, and got that one. His first 2 again, and it is now 10-4 St. Ed's, 2:15 to go. The Comets with the ball. Nahinaki with the ball. Over on the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds again right in front of us. Referee right there to call it, and that'll go for St. Ed's. McGlynn set to inbound to Nate Yursich. 2:09 to go, 10-4 St. Ed's with the lead over the Solon Comets. Drew Yursich gives it off to Sullivan. Sullivan, he's going to drive in, stops, gives it off to Nate. Nate going to spin move, gets that poked away, gets it back though. Sullivan going to look to get something going for the Eagles. Now Wisłowski to Nate. Nate to McGlynn. McGlynn dancing around, looking to drive in, stops, gives it over to Drew. Drew right to a wide open Nate, got that to go just barely. 12-4 now. As the Eagles now with their pressure defense. Ooh. Foul going to be called on Luke Wisławski. His first, as the Eagles are going with their pressure defense, as now Grafton going to check in for Ali for the Comets. Now the Comets inbounded it to Simmons. Simmons being guarded by Wisławski. Now by McGlynn. Almost over the back. As now Nahinaki with it to Simmons. Simmons, 2-ball, banks it in. Simmons gets the 2 to go, 12-6 now. As Drew that's poked away. A fight for the basketball. Oh, and a collision, but it'll go for St. Ed's. It's a collision as they were fighting for the basketball. Now it looks like Solon getting set to make another substitution as Boston will be coming in for Simmons. And now delay of game warning against St. Ed's. Now the Comets with it. Nahinaki with it. Gives it off to Boston, and there is going to be a charge called against the Comets, and it'll go towards St. Ed's on the baseline. 57.8 seconds to go, 12-6 our score. Hackelman checking in for McGlynn. Wisławski checking out for Bowden Grant. St. Ed's making their first substitutions of the day. Nate with the ball, bringing it up over the timeline. Gives it over to Hackelman. Now Sullivan, he's going to drive in, gives it to a wide open Drew. Drew for 3, can't get that to go. Rebounded Hackelman, and Hackelman's going to get that. 14-6 now, 35 seconds to go. And that's going to be stolen away by Braylon. Braylon's going to get the easy layup. And now 16-6, 10-point lead for the Eagles. As Grafton, that's going to be stolen away. And now Drew puts it up, got that one. As the Eagles just absolutely pressuring these Comets with their defense. And there's going to be a 5-second call, and that'll go towards St. Ed's, and they will get it in their offensive side. 11.9 to go, 18-6. 3-ball by Braylon, can't get that to go. Rebounded by the Comets. Grafton with it. He's going to dance around looking to get the last shot, but that's going to be poked away, but there's going to be a foul called. Foul going to be on Drew Yursich, his second foul. And it's going to be an inbound right in front of us, 2.2 seconds to go. And that's going to end the first quarter of action. 18-6, St. Ed's with the lead. And we'll be right back on the Eagles Sports Network. And welcome back to Solon High School, 18-6. Our scores, we are just coming out of the first quarter break. St. Ed's with the lead, and I believe they will be getting the ball to start the second quarter of action. Now both teams coming out of their huddle, and actually the Solon will be starting with the ball here to start the second quarter. Grafton with it, being guarded by JT Kelsheimer. Now Simmons, check back into the game for the Comets. Simmons working it back, now he's working it up. Stops, puts it up, can't get it to go, rebounded by the Eagles. Hackelman to Grant. Grant, he's going to drive in. He's going to stop, put it up. Can't get that to go. Tipped around, and that is going to be rebounded by Simmons. Simmons, he's going to stop, lays it up, got it rolling in. 4 points for him, 18-8 now as St. Ed's with their fast-paced offense. Hackelman with it, working it back, gives it over to JT. Oh, and they're going to call a travel on JT. That'll be a turnover for the Eagles, and I believe that is their first turnover of the game. Now Nahanaki set to inbound it on right in front of the Solon bench. Gets it in, loses it. Is Grafton, but he regains it. Gives it off to Simmons. Simmons dancing around. Oh, that's going to be stolen by Hackelman. Intercepted. He's going to work it up. Can't get that to go. Too hard off the glass. And that is going to go back to the Comets, as some people not really agreeing with that call, as they believe it was last touched by the Comets. Now Simmons with it. Gives it to Nahanaki. Back to Simmons behind the court. They got to get it over the timeline before that 10 seconds. Now Rose. Back to Simmons. Simmons lost it. Simmons driving in. Gives it to Nahanaki. Gives it to Vassar. Vassar going to put it up. Can't get that one. Now Hackelman going to go up and in. Zach Hackelman, 4 points for him, 20-8. And now a fight for the ball, and it is going to go to the Comets. JT Kelsheimer with the easy two, 22-8 now. Timeout Solon. The Eagles have really been pressuring them. And they're going to burn their first timeout, and we will be back in just a few seconds. And welcome back to Solon High School as we are coming out of the first timeout called by the Solon Comets, as Nahanaki set to inbound it for the Comets, as St. Ed's once again going with their pressure, that defense that they have been so well at executing this season. Rose with it in the corner. He's being double teamed. Out of bounds called, and it'll go back to the St. Edward Eagles. Now Ivor Anderson set to inbound it in front of the St. Ed's bench. Nate Yershitz, he's going to drive in, looking for Bowden. Grant can't get that pass to him as he just overshot him, and that'll go back to the Solon Comets. Now Rose with it. He's going to drive in, poked away by Nate. Now Nahanaki with it. Stops, looking for someone, gives it back to Rose. Rose stops, puts up a three, no. Rebounded by JT. JT long pass to Bowden. Bowden, he's gonna stop, put it up as he got a little shoulder push assist. And now 24-8 our score. St. Ed's still in the lead with 4:40 to go here in the first half. Stolen away, but there's gonna be a foul called on Zach Hackelman, his first of the game. Fourth team foul against St. Ed's. Now the Comets set for a sideline inbound on the other side of the court from us. Ali checking back into the game. He's going to get it. Gives it off to Simmons. Simmons just dancing around. Simmons to Engelhart. Engelhart. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go towards St. Ed's, as there was a little fight for the basketball inside the arc. Now Anderson set to inbound it. as the Comets now pressuring. Now Hackelman with it. Hackelman to Bowden. Gives it back to Hackelman. Hackelman, he's going to stop looking back, and there's going to be a fight for the basketball and another jump ball situation, and that's going to go to the Comets. As back-to-back jump balls resulting in back-to-back turnovers. 24-8 our score, 4:08 to go. Ali back in his own court. He's going to absolutely sprint up the court with it. Stops, puts it up, got it to go. Ali, his first 2 of the game, now 24-10. Solon finally getting into double digits as Hackelman in some trouble. Now Anderson with it. They got to get back over, and there's going to be a foul against Ali, his second foul. As there was a near 10 count for not getting it over the half-court line, and now Hackelman, he's going to bring it over the half-court line, and the Eagles set their offense. Hess with it. Gives it off to Bowden. Bowden putting it up. Can't get that to go as that just rolled in and out of the rim. St. Ed's ball, I believe. Couldn't really tell because of all the people in front of the referee. And yes, it will be St. Ed's ball. Ivor with it. Oh, and he's going to be absolutely fouled. Clear foul there. 2 shots for him. That'll be called against Kurzawa. Kurzawa being called with the foul. And now Ivor Anderson going to the line. Got his first one to go. 25-10. JT Kelsheimer being checked out for Brian Velasic. Anderson, his second shot. Hits it. He's got 2 points on the day. Now the Comets, Ali with it. He's looking to get it off to Simmons. Oh, and that's going to be intercepted. No, that is going to be picked up by Boston, and Boston's going to be fouled. A hit to the head, and I believe he will go to the line for 2. Ivor Anderson being called with the foul, his first after the hit to the head. Boston going to the line for 2 shots, 26-10. 3:23 to go here in the first half, and Boston misses the first one. Both teams going with no substitutions here. Boston's second shot. Hits it. 26-11. The ball's going to be poked away, and Anderson's going to have to fight for it back in his own corner. Now Velasic passes it to Bowden. Bowden Grant can't get that one to go. Rebounded by Anderson. Oh, and they're going to call a travel on Ivor. Yet another travel. I believe that is the 3rd travel called here today on both sides. Solon with it on the baseline. Ali being guarded by Hess. Ali has to get it over the quick. Now Simmons. He's going to drive in. He's going to stop, putting it up. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Simmons. Boston with it for 3. Got it. Simmons with 4. 26-14 our score. 2:50 to go. Now Hackelman. He's going to sprint it up over the court. Now Hess. He's going to look to drive in. He's going to put it up. Got it. Luke Hess, 2 points, 28-14. Now the Comets with it, looking to answer back. Simmons, 3 ball, just off the back of the iron, rebounded by the Eagles. Bowden Grant with it, driving in, goes and got it. Bowden with 4. 2:16 to go, 30-14. Simmons with it over the arc. He's going to drive in, cross court, pass to Boston. Boston, no good. Rebounded by St. Ed's as Hess, Brian Velasic actually. Now Hess with it, laying it up, no good. Ali driving in, looking to go coast to coast. Can't get that one. Rebounded, fight for the ball by 2 Eagles, and that'll give Ali the ball, and now Boston with it. Boston, 3-ball. No, off the back iron, rebounded by Anderson. And now the Eagles will get their shot at offense with 1:36 to go. Hackelman with it up by the half-court line. He's going to drive in, stops. Now driving in again. Out to Anderson. Can't get that off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Comets. Simmons, long pass to Boston. That'll just go out of bounds as he overthrew the receiver. Now Zamir Knox going to check in for Bowden Grant. Nahanaki checking in for Vassar. And Noah going to check in for Luke Hess. So both teams going with some substitutions here. 1:22 left in the first half. 30-14, St. Ed's with the lead. St. Ed's getting set to inbound it on the baseline. Hackelman with it. He's going to look to get the Eagles some more points. Ivor Anderson with the ball. Gives it over to Velasic. Bounce pass to Knox. Knox, he's going to drive in, stops, puts it up, got it. Zamir Knox, 2 points for him, 32-14. Simmons with it. He's going to drive in underhand, and he's going to get it to go. Simmons, 6 points already, 32-16 as he went with the underhand layup. Velasic being called with the foul. Basket is good, 32-16. Simmons going for the and one, looking to complete the 3-point play. Alkazawa being checked out for Rose as Simmons can't complete the 3-point play, and that'll be a rebound by St. Ed's. Halkeman, he's going to drive up. Now stops back by the half-court line. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Ivor Anderson can't get that to go. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Comets with it now. Just under 45 seconds. That's going to be laid up and in by Rose. Rose going to get his 4th point of the game, and now Knox. Bounce pass to Ivor. A lot of spin on that ball. Now gives it to Knox. Knox gets the easy layup. 36-18, 15 seconds to go. Nahanaki with it. Gives it to Simmons. Simmons, 10 seconds. Boston can't get it to go. Rebound, Anderson, 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Hackelman with it, looking to get the last shot of the quarter. Knox, that'll get poked away. And that'll end our first half of action. 36-18, St. Ed's with the lead. And we will be right back on the Eagles Sports Network. 36-18 our score. St. Ed's with the lead here at halftime from Solon High School. Before we get back to the action, let's go over some of the scoring from both sides. First for St. Ed's, Drew Yursich with 4 points, Zach Hackelman with 4, JT Kelsheimer with 2, Nate Yursich with 4, Braylon Sullivan with 4, Luke Hess with 2, Zamir Knox with 4, Marty McGlynn with 2, Luke Vizlovsky with 2, Bowden Grant with 4, and Ivor Anderson with 4. No St. Edward Eagle has made a 3 yet this game, while on Solon, they have only made 1 3 throughout the game. And speaking of Solon, they're scoring. Ali with 2, Rose with 4, Boston with 4, Vassar with 2, and Simmons with 6. Now we're just under a minute left before we go into the third quarter. St. Ed's with the lead, 36-18. And St. Ed's going to go back with the starters for the second half of action, as St. Ed's coming into the game, or actually coming into the second half with 6 fouls from the first half, as Solon only with 5. So both teams kind of get into foul trouble, but the turnovers are really what's kind of hurting Solon, as the St. Edward defense really pressuring them in their backcourt. St. Ed's going to be sending out the starters, and Solon looks to be doing the same. Both starters will be coming out for the second half of action. Now St. Ed's will be going right to left. Solon will be going left to right. Luke Vizlovsky set to inbound, and we are underway with the second half of action. Nate gives a cross-court pass to Drew. Drew for 3. Can't get that to go. Rebounded by Braylon. Now Sullivan gives it off to McGlynn. McGlynn going to get the layup, and that's his 4th point of the game. Now Rose with it in the corner, tipped out by Nate Yursich, and that is going to go back to the Comets right in front of their bench. Ali inbounding it to Rose. Rose being guarded by Drew Yursich. Rose back out to Simmons. Simmons going to drive in, putting it up, can't get his go. Rebound McGlynn. McGlynn going to give a long pass to Drew. Drew going to lay it up. Got the layup to go. Drew with 6 points. Now it is 40-18. Ali with it. Being double teamed up by the half-court line. Gives it off to Engelhardt. And now Braylon with the steal. Gives it off to Yursich. Nate, oh, that's going to be blocked. But there's going to be a foul called for a push against Solon, I believe. Engelhardt being called with the foul, his first of the game. Sullivan getting the inbound, gives it over to Drew. Drew to Nate. Nate for 3. Air mails it. Rebound McGlynn. Gonna get it in. Ooh, whoa. That was, from here, it looked like it was last tipped by the Comets. But the ref on the baseline says, no, that's gonna go to the Comets. Engelhardt looking, deep pass to Vassar. He looked like a football player out there. Both of them did. But there's going to be a foul called. 2 shots for the Comets, and it looks like it's going to be against Sullivan. Braylon Sullivan getting called with the foul, and that'll send Vassar to the line for 2. 5:48 to go, 40-18 our score. Vassar off the front of the iron, won't get that one. Now Vassar getting set for his second attempt at the line. Got it. Vassar with his 3rd point of the day. Nate Yursich with the ball, gives it off to Sullivan. Sullivan to McGlynn, but tipped it to Drew. Drew to McGlynn, bounces to McGlynn. And McGlynn's going to lay it up and in. 4 for him, 42-19, St. Ed's with the lead. Vassar, cross court to Simmons. Simmons for 3, off the iron, rebounded. Back out to Simmons. He's going to drive in. He's going to lay it up and in. Simmons, 8 points today. Now Drew going to give it off to Braylon. Braylon down by the corner. He's going to drive in. Gives it out to Vizovsky. Now Yursich stops. Stolen by Engelhardt. Simmons gonna bring it up, and he's right on the logo at center court. Simmons calling for a pick, can't get that one. Calling for another, calling to give it to Vassar. Vassar gonna drive in, putting it up, or Engelhardt with it to Simmons. Simmons, corner three. Off the side of the rim, rebounded by Vezlovsky. Now gonna give it to Drew. Drew, he's got a race to win, and he is gonna win it. Drew Jurcic, 8 points. Now the Comets with it. Rose gonna stop, putting it up. Got it off the bank. Rose, 6 points today. Vezlovsky gonna drive in, putting it up. No, just bouncing around, but he's gonna get his own rebound. Fighting for it. McGlynn overshot. Drew looked for McGlynn, and he completely overshot him. There's gonna go back to the Comets as Engelhardt set to inbound right in front of the St. Edward bench. Ali with it, gonna bring it over the timeline. He's being double teamed at center, near center court. Engelhardt to Rose. Rose fakes the pass, brings it back out over the arc. Rose, he's gonna look to drive in, lost his dribble. Oh, he loses it again. Gives it out to Simmons, and Simmons gonna reset it back out on their center court logo. Simmons, he's gonna drive in, he's gonna lay it up. No foul, no shot. Vezlovsky getting called with the foul as he went up for the shot, didn't make it, but he got fouled on the way up. 44-23 on the score, 3:51 to go here in the third. Simmons going to the line. Simmons' first shot. Got it. Bowden Grant set to check in for Luke Vezlovsky. Never mind. Simmons gonna get that to go. He's 2 of 2 at the line. Ali gonna get the steal, and he's gonna get that to go. 4 points for him. Drew with the ball falls, but he's able to dish it off to McGlynn. McGlynn gives it to Bowden. Bowden got it. Bowden Grant, 6 points for him tonight. Rose with it now as the Eagles with the 46-27 lead. Overshot Engelhardt. Engelhardt went up to go and get it, but he stopped at the last second to not go get it. I was going to go out of bounds. Nate Jurcic with the ball. Bringing it over the timeline, gives it off to Drew. Drew stops, just puts up a three. Can't get it. Rebound by Rose. Rose going to get it stolen by Nate, but he was out of bounds when he made contact. Solon ball. Nahanaki and Ali checking in for Engelhardt and Ali. The Ali brothers switching spots. Solon inbounding it, looked for Simmons. Simmons tried saving it, but he was out of bounds by the time he did save it. And it'll be St. Ed's ball on the baseline. Nate gives it to Drew. Drew to an open Vezlovsky under the basket. Got it. 6 points for Luke. 48-27. Rose, he's being guarded by Drew. Rose gets it over the timeline. Stops, driving in once again, gives it off to Simmons. Simmons, deep three, got it. Simmons, his first three of the game. 13 for him, stolen by the Comets. Now Rose with it. Rose stops, puts up a three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Comets. Simmons now for a three. Can't get that to go. Rebounded by Bowden Grant. Now Grant going to give it cross-court pass to Drew. Drew going to lay it up. Underhand layup. Got it. 10 points for him. Rose with it. 50-30. 20-point lead for the Eagles. 2:20 to go. Rose gets it at Ali. Ali to Simmons. Simmons stops. Underhand layup. Got it. Simmons on fire right now. 15 for him. 50-32. Now stolen by Rose. Rose can't get that to go. Rebounded by McGlynn. McGlynn going to give it to Nate. And now Nate gives it to Vezlovsky. Vezlovsky to an open Bowden Grant. Through three. No, rebounded by Vassar. Vassar gonna look to put it up and in. No, gets his own rebound though. Vassar putting it up, got it. Vassar with 5. Wisławski getting the inbound, giving it to Nate. Nate gives it to Drew. Drew, wide open 3. No, rebound Wisławski to McGlynn. Now back out to Nate. Nate gonna bring it back. Now he's gonna drive in. Nate putting it up. Can't get it, just goes in and out of the rim. Vassar with it, gives it to Rose. Rose, 3, got it. Rose with 9, 50-37, a minute 12 to go. Nate, 3 ball, got it, and that is the first 3 for St. Ed's. Time out St. Edward. 53-37, 104 to go here in the third quarter of action. 30-second timeout as Simmons absolutely on fire for the Comets. He has now 15 points as he started out the third quarter with only 6. He has scored 9 points here in the third quarter. 10 seconds left on the timeout as both teams still in their huddles, as they will soon be told by the refs, get out of the huddle, let's play some basketball. Minute 4 to go, 53-37. St. Ed's with the lead. The Comets on a really hot pace right now as their defense has just been able to shut down the Eagle offense, as St. Ed's making some sloppy passes and hasn't been all too clean as they have been the whole game. Boston with it, getting the inbound as we have hit a minute to go here in the third. Ali gonna drive in, gives it to Simmons. Simmons, 3. No, can't get it. Rebounded by Bowden Grant. Grant to Hackelman. Hackelman gonna stop at the free throw line, looking, gives it to Grant. Grant gonna drive in, gives it to JT. JT, no, can't get the 3. Rebounded by Simmons. Now Boston with it. He's going to go up and in. Boston gets his 6th of the day. 53-39, 30 seconds to go. Hackelman with it. Just over the arc. Setting up the Eagle offense. Gives it to JT. JT going to drive in. No. Rebounded by Vassar. Now Vassar gives it off to Boston. Boston to Nahanaki. Ali with it. Just under 10 seconds, 8 seconds. 53-39. Ali with it, 3 seconds, 2, puts it up, can't get it to go, rebounded, got it off, can't get it to go as Vassar looked for the final shot of the quarter, couldn't get it. 53-39, our score right now. Solon with all the momentum on their side, especially Simmons. Simmons was absolutely hot in this third quarter, and we will take a quick timeout on the Eagles Sports Network. And welcome back to Solon High School. 53-39, St. Ed's with the lead as St. Ed's coming out of their huddle out after the quarter break and coming out to start the fourth quarter for the Eagles. That'll be Velasic, JT Hackelman, Bowden Grant, and Zamir Knox. For the Comets, Vassar, Nahanaki, Simmons, Ali, and Boston. As Ali has to get his shoe on, or at least tie it. I don't know, I can't really see from here. Looks like he just has to get his shoe tied before he's allowed back into the game. And we are set to go. 7 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Nahanaki inbounding it. Simmons gets it over the timeline. He's guarded by Grant. Simmons absolutely hot in the third quarter. Let's see if he can keep it going. Driving in, lost it. Actually, no, gave it off to Boston. Boston for two, got it. Boston, 8 points, 53-41, as now Kelsheimer with it. Oh, passed it off the foot of a Comet. And now Hackelman with it. Oh, and there's going to be some contact. Ali being called with the foul, his first one of the day. Hackelman was going to do the inbound, but then pushed out by their coaches, as JT Kelsheimer will be doing the inbound for the Eagles. Velasic with it. Oh, and Bowden Grant looked for JT on it, but overshot him. And it'll be Solon ball. Nahanaki set to inbound for the Comets as he's running around on that baseline. Stolen by the Eagles. Hackelman gonna get the two, his 6th point of the game, 55-41. Vassar gives it. Simmons, three. No, can't get that rebound by Knox. Knox to JT. JT, he's gonna give it over to Hackelman. Hackelman gonna lay it up and in. Hackelman with 8. Now the Eagles getting hot here in the fourth. Simmons with it. He's gonna run up, stops. Gives it, oh, stolen by Knox, but that is gonna go out of bounds right in front of us. As we're gonna have to guard our equipment if that happens tonight. And there's gonna be an inbound by Nahanaki right in front of me. No timeout given, as there was a timeout called, but no timeout was given. Ali with it. Gonna give it over to Vassar. Vassar puts it up, partially blocked, rebounded by Knox. Now Knox gonna sprint up the court. And that's gonna be off of Velasic's leg, and that is gonna go to the Comets once again. As the Comets really getting their turnovers in against the Eagles. And now Ali gets it after a high pass with him, lost it. Ali gonna drive in, stops, going back, gives it off to Simmons. Simmons to Vassar. Vassar gonna drive in, putting it up off the backboard, can't get it to go, rebound by Knox. Now Knox, he's gonna sprint up, losing the dribble, got it back though. Gives it off to Bowden Grant. Grant can't get it to go, fight for the ball. Kelsheimer with it. Jump ball called. Kurzawa now checking in for Simmons. Simmons had an absolutely amazing third quarter, going off for 9 points. St. Ed's going to get the ball on the baseline. Velasic to JT. JT at the top of the arc. Back to Velasic. Velasic going to dance around, gives it off to Hackelman. Hackelman going to work it back, resetting this offense. Hackelman to Knox. Knox up by the Comet logo. Now Bowden Grant going to put that up. No, and there's going to be a foul called on Kurzawa. Nahanaki actually being called with the foul. Not Kurzawa, but that'll still send Velasic to the line for two. Got it. Rose set to check back in for Vassar. Now Ali's jersey coming untucked, and the ref telling him, hey, you gotta tuck that in. Velasic back to the line, his second attempt, got it. Ivor Anderson coming into the game for Bowden Grant. Nahanaki set to inbound on the baseline. Kurzawa with it, out of bounds. Comet ball, Knox pleading his side of the story. Now the coach is amusing the referee. Oh, and that's going to be hit off the rim, rebounded by Hackelman. He's going to get that to JT. JT's going to get the basket. Foul going to be called against Nahanaki, his second one. That was just an odd play all around. The inbound went off the rim right to Zach Hackelman at the top of the arc. Dished it down to JT Kelsheimer, and he put it up, and he's going to get the chance for a three-point play, and he completes it. Kelsheimer with 5. As now the Eagles with a double team. And there's going to be a foul called either on Zamir Knox or Brian Velasic. Zamir Knox being called with the foul, his first on the day. Rose with it, being guarded by Velasic. Rose gonna drive in, no, rebounded by the Eagles. As now Velasic, he's gonna sprint over half court. Hackelman gives it to Ivor. Ivor got it. Anderson with 6. And now the Comets with it, going back to their fast-paced offense. Rose poked away by Hackelman, and Hackelman gonna go up, gets the easy layup, and now he's at 10 points. Rose with it, 66-41, 3:55 to go here in the fourth. Rose to Ali. Ali spins around, stolen by Knox. Knox going to give it to Anderson. Anderson can't get a hold of the dribble, and that is going to be a turnover as both teams getting ready for some substitutions. Aiden Butler checking into the game for the Eagles, along with some others who I couldn't see their numbers in time. Aiden Butler into the game for the Eagles. And Anthony Nowar into the game for the Eagles. Rose. Simmons as he's back in. Deep NBA 3. Oh, and he airmails it. As Simmons still feeling like he's on a roll from the third quarter, but couldn't get that one to go. Too far. 66-41, 3:33. Hackelman gets the inbound. Stolen by Rose. Rose going to get the easy 2. As Rose now in double digits with 11. 66-43 now. Ivor going to get that poked away. St. Ed's ball. Eagles set to inbound it. Butler with it. Butler going to drive up and in. Aiden Butler with 2. Rose bringing it up the court now. Rose, he's going to, oh, and that's going to be stuffed by Knox. Knox going to get that after he absolutely stuffed Rose down by the baseline. Oh, and Knox got a little too cocky with it, and he's going to be called with the carry, as that's a no-no. Rose set to inbound right in front of us. It looks like no. Kurzawa's going to go in and inbound as he has 3 fouls on the day. Rose getting the inbound. He's guarded by Butler. Simmons looking to set up an offensive play for the Comets. Vassar going to drive up and not get it. Rebounded by Knox. And now Knox, no foul called, gives it off. And now Anderson with it. Anderson, he's going to drive in, stops, puts it up, got the layup to go. Ivor with 8. Simmons with it. He's going to give it off. Boston, and he's going to get that blocked by Knox. But the Comets will get it back. Vassar gonna, oh, he went to slam it down. Nothing going. And now Anderson got it. Anderson, not 10 points as he went for the dunk, but nothing. Didn't get the dunk, but he still got the 2 points. Rose being called with the foul. Rose called with the foul, and there's going to be a timeout as the Solon coach now talking it over with the St. Edward coaches. And it looks like there was a timeout called by St. Ed's, I believe. Yep, 30-second timeout called by St. Ed's. As the Solon head coach, Coach Leskovic, talking it over with the St. Edward coaching staff. I'm assuming for a player coming in that might not have been in the scorebook. Danny Ottiger set to check in, looks like for Ivor Anderson after his free throw attempts. As Noah being checked into the game for the Eagles. Ivor Anderson to the line for 2. Oh no, to complete the 3-point play. Can't get it to go, rebounded. That's gonna be knocked out. Malik in the game as Danny Ottiger checking in for Ivor. Ivor, 10 points. 72-43, 2:12 to go. Now Grafton with the ball going over the Solon logo. Grafton to Dukes. Dukes driving in, stops, put it up, got it, stolen away by Butler. Butler gonna back up, and he's gonna let the Eagle offense get set. Now Knox with it up on the Solon Comet logo. He's gonna lose his dribble as he kind of lost his footing. Ottiger with it. Ottiger gonna drive it up and in, can't get that rebounded. And that'll go out of bounds. St. Ed's ball as Butler set to inbound it for the Eagles. Danny Ottiger with it. Gives it to Ryan, and Ryan's gonna get his first 2 of the game. Grafton with it. Grafton gives it off. Now Bankston with it. Bankston gonna be fouled. No foul. Jump ball. So I thought there was a foul. That was just kind of a slow developing play. And it's going to result in a jump ball staying with the Comets. 1:14 to go. 74-43 St. Ed's with the lead. Dukes gonna drive in, stops, gives it off. No, off the top of the backboard goes Denny's with it. Zamir Knox bringing it up the court over the timeline. Under a minute to go here at Solon High School. Knox, he's gonna drive in, putting up the layup and good. Zamir Knox with 6. 76-43 now. Comets now just looking to get some extra points as Bankston with it, dancing around, driving in, losing it. Butler fighting for it with Bankston. Jump ball going towards St. Ed's. 34.3 to go, 76-43 St. Ed's with the lead. Zamir Knox, or actually no, Butler with the inbound. As Butler's gonna get it as we are now at 25 seconds to go. Butler to Danny. Danny gonna lay it up and in. Danny Ottiger, 2 points for him. Now the Comets now looking to get their last points of the game. Grafton puts up a 3, can't get it to go. Rebounded St. Ed's, or no, rebounded by Comets. Putting it up, no, and that'll be Malik going to the line for 2, it looks like. Luke Wisławski going with his 3rd foul of the game. As Malik went to the line, missed his first one. 2.6 seconds to go as this game all but over. Malik to the line for his 2nd attempt. Puts it up, got it, he'll get his first point of the game. Now St. Ed just has to inbound it, and they will get, as Denny's, that was just inbounded right to him, and everyone was like, just shoot it, shoot it. Got it, but couldn't get it in, and that will be the final for tonight's game, 78-44. And before we go, let's go over the final scores for both teams. First for St. Ed's, Drew Yursich, 10 points. Zach Hackelman, 10. JT Kelsheimer with 5. Nate Yursich with 7. Butler with 2. Danny Ottiger with 2. Braylon Sullivan with 4. Ryan Ottiger with 2. Luke Hess with 2. Brian Velasic with 2. Zamir Knox with 6. Marty McGlynn with 4. Luke Wisłowski with 6. Bowden Grant with 6. And Ivor Anderson with 10. So you had 3 St. Edward Eagles in double digits, and only 1 3 was hit throughout the whole game for the Eagles. Now for Solon. Ali finished the game with 4. Rose finished with 11. Boston, 8. Vassar with 5. Simmons with 15 points, leading all scorers in both games. And Malik finishing the game with 1. Final score 78-44. And the Eagles will come away with this one. As coming up soon, we will give you the varsity action between the Comets and the Eagles. I'm Chris Mendoza. Adam Mendoza was on the camera here for the JV game. Thank you for joining us. We will see you in just a few minutes.